Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the DaVon Lewis Show podcast. Appreciate you guys coming through the WWE Night 2 from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. More importantly, it just included live from the Netflix and Peacock era, currently on a streaming service. And the commentary on deck was Pat McAfee, Michael Cole, and Wade Barrett. More importantly, let's talk professional wrestling. Let's dive into it. Appreciate you guys coming through for this live edition review. Don't forget to smash the like button or smash a heart and share it to a friend that knows a friend who's enjoyed professional wrestling. More importantly, get the algorithm up to keep things running smoothly. Appreciate you guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we getting right into it. Stephanie McMahon welcoming the audience into the show of Welcome to WrestleMania. Talk about the history, the lineage, and everything that when it came to the opener. It was a good opener when it came to Stephanie McMahon. I really enjoyed how everything had progress. More importantly, it was a nice little setup when it came to the opener for WrestleMania. Then we got right into the action as we had Io Sky defeating the likes of Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley to retain the Women's World Championship. More importantly, it was an outstanding match, one of the best opener matches I've seen in a while for the women's division in WrestleMania history from that actual viewpoint. The match was a bittersweet moment on the big stage of WrestleMania for Io Sky, who not only got the shocking win over one of the biggest names in the women's division, but accordingly, there was so much fast-paced action. They kept things moving swiftly, and it was more importantly a nice spots when it came to the women's division history. The triple threat match really could have gone any direction with anyone winning the title. And I thought Bianca had it in the bag for the majority of it, but she controlled majority of the match. But I was satisfied with the outcome with Io Sky coming away with the victory. And the ladies really put on a nice, great performance and put on a clinic. And overall, it was a good match. And I think it will tell the actual great story. More importantly, it showed that she can survive when they're thriving when it comes to the women's division and may hold it for such a long time. Even though she was overlooked when it came to the storyline, Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair came up closely to a few times, including hitting their finishers, but that wasn't the case as eventually it was easily a 5-star match for the women's division, one of the most highlighted great points that I really enjoyed. Then we get to a couple of celebrity highlights who were spotted in the crowd over at Allegiant Stadium. We had Rubian, Chris Angel again, O'Shea Jackson, Michael Shea from the Saturday Night Live, as well as music artist Jelly Roll, Lily Singh, Little Yachty, Stephen Amell, Dana White, the UFC CEO, Vanessa Hudgens, Rod Everybody, Terrence Crawford, and rapper Quavo as well, including Flavor Flav, as I enjoy his presentation of being a part of that actual part, and Rich the Kid was there as well. Then we get to the next action of the night. We end up having Drew McIntyre defeating Damian Priest in a Sin City street fight. This match was everything that you truly could have got for, but it was mid at best when it came to the brawl. With this being a stimulation gimmick style match, the crowd was very quiet for some majority of the match, but they really popped when the weapons were involved through the course of the match, with some nice spots in the ring and on the outside as well. Drew McIntyre was able to slay his demons and have his WrestleMania moment to get back on top of his game with a must-win needed win. For Damian Priest, he still continues to impress me as I enjoyed what he continues to do through the course of time, and he has still a bright future in the men's division on the Blue brand for Friday Night SmackDown. Then we get to the next following match, which was Calm, Cool, and Collective, the WWE Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way. Dominik Mysterio defeated the likes of Bron, Breakker, Finn, Balor, Penta to win his first Intercontinental Championship, which was a solid match. More importantly, it was the highlight of the night. The match had a lot of emotions involved, including definitely got the crowd over into the next level of excitement. And I was impressed with the match, with the way how things were going with the transition spots, which I figured it was as expected. There was a nice little spot where Bron Breakker hit the spear on Carlito onto the announce table, which got a big reaction from the crowd, who was actually now waking up and being more involved, including several move counters. And honestly, I didn't expect that big pop after Dominik Mysterio was able to get the victory, but the crowd was red hot for Dominik Mysterio. Now the plot changes heading into Monday Night Raw. What will happen when it comes to the Judgment Day issues? It should be really good storyline moving forward, especially when Braun Breaker not taking the pinfall. It was the best move to keep him and protect him of his image and his dominant force. Penta, on the other hand, his momentum really shine on the big stage. He was very emotional through the course of his first appearance, but he did a good job. When it comes to Finn Balor, maybe heading to a different level of frustration after Dominik got the victory over him. What happens when things begin to spill over? We just got to tune in for the next few weeks to see what will happen, or if the Judgment Day decides to kick out Finn Balor, or Finn Balor just really just boils over into a different direction. But I highly will be impressed to see what will happen in that actual drama. Then we get to the Randy Orton WrestleMania Open Challenge. Randy Orton defeated the likes of TNA World Champion Joe Hendry. It was a fun performance by Joe Hendry on his way making his first grand stage of them all appearance at WrestleMania for a debut. The spot with Joe Hendry entertaining the crowd and being caught with an RKO out of nowhere was the highlight. It was very hilarious, and more importantly, it was done with nice vengeance when it came to the Viper Randy Orton with a quick match. Seeing Joe Hendry with the TNA World title on WrestleMania making his grand entrance really helped the promotion out in a really big way. More importantly, it made the history for the organization as well. After Randy Orton was able to get the victory, where does he go from here? Who would you like to see him start his feud with next? And more importantly, are you ready to see Joe Hendry make that jump? As this is the last indication that most likely TNA will be being bought out by WWE. Then we get into Logan Paul defeating the likes of AJ Styles in a decent singles match, as it was competitive from the start to finish. Having AJ Styles put over Logan Paul at WrestleMania was kind of clean and it was kind of given. Seeing Karrion Kross involvement during WrestleMania match to get AJ Styles to embrace his dark side, which hasn't been seen since his TNA's days, I was very shocked to see Logan Paul get a clean win without cheating, which was surprising. But the pending rivalry between AJ Styles and Karrion Kross should be really good for the next few weeks. Both AJ Styles and Logan Paul did a phenomenal job in this match, and it was the right call, and it was good stuff. Then we get right away into the women's tag team action. We had Becky Lynch making her phenomenal return with Lyra Valkyria to defeat Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, become the new tag team champions. This tag team match was surprisingly good, with it turned out to be on to another level. It turned into a pretty good match as it started slow, then it picked up the pace. It definitely wasn't a classic, but anything but solid and mid at best. I still enjoyed the tag team match, and even though the Judgment Day was the overall pick from my point of view to win, because I didn't know who was going to be the partner for Lyra Valkyria. But Becky Lynch coming back was a big surprise, as she's been gone for a whole entire year. And seeing her get that victory with Lyra Valkyria as a mentor and student kind of setup, wondering what's going to happen with the Intercontinental title scene as Becky Lynch is officially back. The ending was a nice touch from my point of view, and I think they did a nice job extending the match by having each woman work with their fast-paced movement, more importantly, progress through the course of the match. Lyra Valkyria had her WrestleMania debut, and seeing her with her mentor Lyra, with Becky Lynch to capture the gold was a bittersweet moment. Then we get to the Stone Cold Steve Austin announcing the WrestleMania attendance, which has 63,226 fans. I hope the fan was okay after Stone Cold Steve Austin ran across the ringside with the ATV and hit the barricade, and all you saw was the person falling down. But I was looking forward to seeing a couple of stunners, him drinking some beers, then announce the actual attendance when it came to the numbers. But in overall, it was okay for the was, and it just kept the course of the card moving smoothly to get ready for the main event. Then we got for the WWE Undisputed Championship match. John Cena defeating Cody Rhodes via low blow to capture his championship for the 17th time. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, with a record-breaking title match. We're going to repeat that again. I expected in some kind of fashion a heel tactics, and it was very entertaining, which was a lot of twists and turns. I wasn't surprised by the ref bumps either way. Very predictable. I know a lot of people that were in attendance or even watching hated it as it was a cheap way to end the match, but honestly, it was. But more importantly, it was the point. It's WrestleMania, and that's how WWE do things. John Cena is a heel, and so he did everything he could to get the win, even benefiting from Travis Scott being out there because Cena couldn't put away Cody Rhodes on his own. He needed the big help from Travis Scott, even pulling the referee out of the ring during the count. It could have been a DQ finish, but more importantly, it wasn't going to end like that. The main event continued to progress with twists and turns. Cody did a great job in his role while Cena tried to out wrestle Cody the whole way through into WrestleMania. With a lot of importance, Cena tried everything that he possibly can to get the victory the clean way, even at Avalanche AA, and he still couldn't figure out how to put him away. But so he had to do was the next big thing, cheat to win. So what did he get out of it? As expected, he ended up winning, becoming the 17th time world champion. I enjoyed Cody Rhodes' long reign as being a champion for a year as being a WWE champion. He is currently the face of WWE, and he'll be coming back for that championship once again. But putting the WWE title on Cena was the right move. Let's see how things play out. Even though it shouldn't be a lengthy championship reign, but we got to see how he does as a heel, especially being a champion. Who will, more importantly, what would you like to see how John Cena? Do you think he's going to do heel Texas all the way through or kind of keep things rolling smoothly? But there you guys have it for WrestleMania Sunday night, night 2, which had a lot of overwhelming, most importantly, the matches were calm, cool, and collective. It had a whole lot of things going on. Great memories being made. Becky Lynch particularly looked great when it came to her win with Lyra Valkyria over Judgment Day. The night absolutely belonged to John Cena and Cody Rhodes, which delivered a solid main event, which really boosted the overall feel for WrestleMania night 2. But in overall, even though it wasn't an ending that a lot of people were disappointed, it still made history, and the main event had all the things in order to make things feel important, including the history books of John Cena winning his 17th championship under the WWE banner. Not going anywhere else, no other promotion, strictly with WWE. But from my opinion, the best match of the night had to be the Fatal 4-Way between Dominik Mysterio, Penta, and Finn Balor. Bron Breakker easily, no doubt, was unstoppable, and it was great storytelling as expected from an excellent fight from all the memorable ending of the showcase and the morals. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre was a lot of fun with the street fight. I like the storytelling that told in a square circle as well. Other than that, AJ Styles and Logan Paul was really good, and most of the rest of the matches were mid at best. The timing felt off just when it came to a lot of the likes of the matches, felt either rushed or they were watching the time clock to see how much time and stretch out the match a little bit more than expected. But in overall, the show was calm, cool, and collective, and I appreciate you guys coming through for the overall feeling of what it was when it came to WrestleMania. When it came to WrestleMania being booked, it had high expectations. I think WrestleMania over the last 4 years have been 8 out of 10 stars from my point of view. This year was a solid 7.8. We'll see how things turn around for night after WrestleMania at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, which will blow the roof completely off the place, which is most definitely going to be an amazing night from start to finish. But I'd like to know from you guys from both nights of WrestleMania, from WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2, what was your best match of the night? How was your experience, even if you attended the show? Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Don't miss any updates on any of my channels directly on YouTube. I'm currently live on all my current social medias right now for the podcast. Until the next episode, I'll catch you guys later. You guys be safe. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your WrestleMania weekend if you're attending any of the after party shows or just hanging out with your family and friends on Easter. More importantly, happy Resurrection Day. God bless you guys, and you guys have a great night. Until then, I'll catch you guys later.